Our professional this week is Mpho Zim. Mpho is a young lady from Pretoria, South Africa. She is a digital innovation manager at Discovery. Mpho will be talking us through her career journey and what led her to a career in technology. She urges young people to work hard, stay inquisitive, and not be afraid to change careers. If you like this video, remember to hit the like button and subscribe so you don't miss out on our amazing series. Remember to share with your friends, as this could be helpful to them as well.
Dumelang Absheni, hello. My name is Mpho Zim, and I'm from Pretoria. I'm originally from Hammanskraal, but we moved with my parents to Pretoria Central and then to Centurion, then to Doornpoort. Then I left Pretoria for Johannesburg to go study. But now I'm back in Pretoria in Centurion, where I live with my family. I am a digital innovation manager at Discovery, and I'm 34 years old, and I've been working in tech for over 10 years now. I didn't quite hear about my career because it didn't exist when I was young. In terms of information systems, which is what I majored in, I heard about it when I got accepted into Wits. I was doing a BCom General because I didn't know what I wanted to be when I grew up. And then I selected my major based on the subjects I did the best in first year. I'm not sure if that's the best strategy, but that's what I did. I attended Clapham High School, which was in Queenswood in Pretoria. I took maths, computer studies, history, English, Afrikaans, and business economics. It was quite an odd combination, but because my dad is an attorney, I took history because back in the day it was said to be a good lead into law. I also knew that I needed maths and computer studies to keep my options open. And I took business economics because I wanted to end up in the commerce space. I did best actually in maths, Afrikaans, and business economics at school. I got my lowest mark for computer studies, but it was actually the most helpful gateway into my career. So I studied my undergrad and my honors at Wits University, but I did my master's at the University of Pretoria. I studied at Wits because both my parents went to Wits, so the decision was made for me. When I could choose for myself later in life, I then chose the University of Pretoria for my master's. Ultimately, though, Wits wasn't such a bad idea because I ended up really enjoying it and I made really good friends who are still friends of mine today. The courses that I did at Wits, in my first year, I did information systems, I did accounting, I did computational mathematics, business statistics, and economics. In my second year, I did a variety of courses, but also I got to pick my majors and I chose marketing and information systems, which I then carried into my third year. And then in my honors year, I majored just in information systems. It took me 5 years to get out of Wits with my honors. So because I changed my major, right? So I was doing a BCom General. Then in my following year, I did a BCom in information systems. So I changed my major and then I finished that undergrad degree and then I did my honors. How I got through my degree, I had a great community of faithful friends who held me accountable. But living at res with other highly focused individuals was great motivation for me. Initially, my parents had saved some money for me to go to varsity, but it wasn't enough, so we got a student loan. I also got a bursary from Sasol in my second year in my BCom IS degree, and I knew I had to maintain very good grades to keep my bursary. I was sorted with tuition, textbook money, a laptop, allowance, and some pocket money. I also did vacation work at Sasol every year until I graduated, which I also got paid for. It was pretty amazing. I worked as a business analyst at Sasol, but I felt really boxed in because I didn't choose it for myself. It was part of just the grad program, and you kind of go through the program and you end up as a BA. But I couldn't see a clear career path in that role I was in. So after several years of working back my bursary, I left Sasol for Accenture, which is a global management consulting firm. I worked a few general roles in the resources space, which is mining and oil and gas, before I settled into my niche area, which is technology strategy. Then, after having my second child, I decided I needed to change from the pace and the hours of travel and client interactions in consulting. So then I pivoted to an internal consulting role at Discovery. So, Discovery, firstly, is a global company proudly founded in South Africa that operates in the financial, healthcare, life insurance, short term insurance, long term savings, banking, and wellness markets, right? So, I work in digital innovation at Discovery, focusing on current and future technologies that are currently or will have an impact on the entire organization. So, for example, I would write a positioning paper on the metaverse or on artificial intelligence like ChatGPT and infuse the impacts that are likely to happen to the organization now and in the future, making key recommendations to the C suite around what trends to watch, what trends to ignore, and what trends to action immediately. A day in the life of a digital innovation specialist. So, I'm a wife and a mom, and I run a for profit NGO or social enterprise, and I'm a gym enthusiast and a netball player. So, my regular day is always action packed. I'll focus on my work day though. So, we work hybrid, which is partly from home and partly from the office. Thank you, COVID. On the days I go into the office, I drive to work and arrive for a 9 a.m. planning session. We generally prioritize all the digital initiatives we are running across the business and provide status feedback to my immediate boss. Then we go into our team meeting at midday with the greater team and do a similar exercise with our big boss, the chief digital officer, just in much less detail. Then it's lunchtime, and we normally have a working lunch over some great steak. I really like my team, so that's fine. I don't mind having lunch with them. Then after lunch, we normally schedule our meetings with our stakeholders to run through their requests or their initiatives. I may have a one-on-one with my manager for any roadblocks I need him to resolve, if any. Then I head home and do some work before doing homework with my eldest daughter. I love my career. I love that the tech space is always evolving. So my job really requires me to stay close to developments in the space. Our stakeholders see us as trusted advisors to the business, and our credibility depends on us being sharp knowledge workers. What I don't like about the tech space in general, actually, is that you are likely to see a lot of global retrenchments, mostly because big organizations will normally make big investments in tech, and tech is tricky. So, in short, one day I could lose my job, but luckily, I can probably get a cooler job somewhere working with some kind of robot. My profession is actually what I thought it would be. It is now, it hasn't always been. I needed to be brave enough to switch roles and employers until I found what I found interesting and challenging, especially considering my family. So when I started working as a junior BA, my total package per annum was around 300,000, but Sasol was one of the best paying companies at the time as well. So it could have been less at other companies. It seems the digital innovation space is paying slightly higher at the moment, with chief digital officers earning averagely around 1.8 million a year, could be a bit more. So that is what you could expect to earn in a career in digital. With my first pay, I bought my parents groceries as a thank you. I think I might have given them some cash as well. Probably. Then I started paying off that student loan that we had taken prior to me getting my bursary. And then I bought myself a smartphone as a reward. And then I saved. I'm a big saver. My career will probably lead me to a CDO role, which is a chief digital officer role in the very near future. My dream, though, is always to do value adding work regardless of my title, right? So if I can find a job that mixes my love for tech and my love for social impact, I will most likely be living my corporate dream. But if I cannot find it, then I will find a way to engineer it myself. Finally, some words of wisdom for young people who are in the process of deciding on a career. I've got 3 things that I want you to focus on. Firstly, always do your best work. It is very easy to teach someone something new, but work ethic and quality of work is something we expect you to come with into the industry. So focus on your work ethic and your quality of delivery, which will speak for you before you can even introduce yourself. That's number one. Number two, life is long for most people. So stay inquisitive and switch jobs if you need to. Don't get tied down by titles. Move sideways to move up if that is what you need to do. Lastly, it is always cool to be the youngest ... So insert some accomplishment here. However, for most people, that will not be their reality. So don't stress about it. Stay focused on your own path and keep moving forward. I hope you have the most blessed and beautiful journey as you unfold whatever your career path may be. Ultimately, we are looking to you to transform the way in which things work, making life better for us who will be old and for your own kids. So enjoy it. Take the challenges in your stride and make sure that you overcome